Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beer Review. So today we're going local, to me in Nottingham at least, to the Lenton Lane Brewery. This is a beer, it's called 400 because of their 400th Gyle. I do like Lenton Lane Brewery. They don't really know me in the grand scheme of things. I've never actually spoke to them, apart from a bit of social media stuff. Obviously, they are based in the, what do they call it, Lenton area, Nottingham. Vaguely, it is. Based just behind the Showcase Cinema on the Ring Road, somewhere in that estate there. I know where they are. I went on there when they were closed. Yeah, they're very clean breweries. Well, all the casks were inside. Probably still want some jippos nicking them. But, yeah, this is their 400th Gyle. New Zealand IPA is. It doesn't say anything else on the can. My only slight bugbear that it doesn't give any flavours for people who don't know anything about beer. You know what the beer has got in it. You know it would only need to be a bit bigger. See, smell, taste. That's all you need. But anyway, so. For their 400th birthday, bottle conditioned real ale, so I must not pour the bottom bit out. 7.5%. So, and recently they've been doing some really interesting beers. I know that because I drank half a pint of their Impy Stout on my stag do, and they got a little bit wankered as well. Okay, now steaming. Good old Andy. He had some food. The rest of us now, fuck the food. And we was all a bit hammered after it, I'll tell you now. But in any case, so I'm going to pour it out. I'm going to try and leave the bottom bit. Obviously, I am no doubt going to drink the bugger. Now, I've moved the bottle around, so there's a good chance that I've already stirred it up anyway, so it is what it is. So as we can see, it's a golden pour. It's a hazy golden pour. Is that the intended? I don't know. A finger of Whitehead. Like I say, their 400th Gyle. There you can see a lot more cloudiness coming through. So, is that the intended beer or not? Like I say, I don't know. I'm at home with seeing a thick hazy beer as I am with seeing a clear beer. So that to me, I can see a bit of sediment in the bottom now. So I've poured too much in. It is what it is. You know, I'm not worried about it myself. But you may, for those untapped people who like to post photos of beer. And funnily enough, we went to the Abdication yesterday in Daybrook. Fantastic little micro pub in Nottingham. And they had, was it Mojito? I don't know. And the bloke on the bar poured 2 beers out. It was hazy and looked all right to me. And he looked at someone who'd already bought it and he says, "Oh, it's just gone off." And he wouldn't serve us those 2 beers. Personally, if I'd have said to him, "I'll give you £1 for the pint and I'll have it as it is," I would have took that £1. Yeah, the beer's got, obviously it's gone hazy. So you're getting a bit of sediment, but bloody hell, the sediment's got the best bits in it. Obviously, there are purists out there. What do you feel about that? For those who watch this beer review, not everybody does watch every beer review. What do you feel about sediment, hazy, when it's not basically at the bottom of the cask? What do you feel? Would you chuck it? Would you drink it? Very interesting. And again, a future beer with Raggy. Me, as long as the beer's tasting okay, it's not going to go off because somebody had a clear pint literally 10 minutes ago and you are getting basically near the bottom of the cask. So you're only getting a bit of sediment in there. Literally 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, that would probably clear anyway, for the most part. But it's interesting. It's an interesting thing. Anyway, Lenton Lane Brewery done quite a few collabs. Adventure Beer comes to mind. Free with Adventure Beer now. Yeah. And certainly Abdication, Partisan Tavern. So for me, Lenton Lane are putting their their fingers out there and saying to pubs and beer businesses, we'll do a collab with you. And I know places like the Bird Eyed Micro Pub in Attenborough have a lot of good beers that seem to be special made for them. And that's where that small batch kit has been amazing for Lenton Lane. Like I say, they seem to be the local kings of the pale ales, certainly on cask. Do mini kegs, do bottled beers. Absolutely love their business model. And I know Jack's the head brewer. I'm not sure if he's the manager, the owner. Like I say, I don't really know Lenton Lane that much. Drank many beer, mind you, but certainly Starlight over at the Star in Beeston. But yeah, I don't know that much about the brewery. Not really spoke to them. And it's funny how some local breweries, you know quite a bit about, and you've chatted to them, and not for the, I'm a very easy guy to get on with. I mean, there's an up-and-coming collab soon with a local craft beer brewery that I'm super excited about. And, yeah, I mean, I find them really intriguing, that the amount of different pale ales and stuff they're coming out with. They're very similar to Neon Raptor in some stage, but are more on a more a cask beer front, with just the amount of different modern traditional beers they're coming out with. And fair play, absolutely fair play. Anyway, 7 minutes in, I've not even took a swig of the beer yet. 7.5% get in. I assume that's not the beer how it's supposed to look. It would have been more, because I poured the sediment in, but it looks okay to me. And it's 7.5%, so it's going down the bloody hatch anyway. So lovely tropical nose on this, which you would expect from something that's called a New Zealand IPA. And being a pale ale, although pale ale, the IPA these days doesn't mean shit when we come to beers. A lot of beers are called IPAs, and they're as thick and hazy as they come. So, yeah, the pale, yeah, don't mean out, does it? And it's nothing, not a dig at Lenton Lane. It's just a dig at the old beer the beer brewing world. The India Pale Ale doesn't mean it. IPA means something, but as a name, but Pale Ale, the India Pale Ale, doesn't mean anything these days. Oh, fucking hell. Smooth, tropical, juicy. I'm not getting the ABV yet. I hope to, because I've got no beer in the shed. So, no spare beer. Yeah. I'm home brewless in Seattle. It's a terrible circumstance that I've managed to get. I mean, I had an absolute armada of beer. Just goes to show you how much you nibble for. So there may be a few more beer reviews up until I get the homebrew situation sorted out. I've got 100 pints on the brew now, so hopefully within a week, 2 weeks, I'll be back to normal. But just goes to show you that, like breweries, if you're brewing your own and you're drinking your own, and in this day and age, I understand cost of living crisis. Like most people, going through that myself, and having to change ways we do things, cut down on buying nice stuff, and it's just the world we're in, isn't it? And hopefully it will change at some stage. I just think that the rich people of the world are getting so richer, and the poor people of the world are getting absolutely kicked downhill. And I'm surprised there aren't more suicides and that, because it's just, it's so downheartening. But you'd need a leader that isn't all about the rich. And the problem is the rich people have got too much power in the world. Whoa. So, getting the bloody kick from the ABV now. That ABV is coming forward. And like I say, I am proud of the what Lenton Lane are doing. Looking from the outside, not knowing the brewery in any way, shape, or form. Really, they're a local brewery, but there's no contact between Baggy's Beer Reviews and them, and that goes. There's quite a few breweries in Nottingham like that. To be fair, that literally, I think they accept that you're there, but there's no chat goes off or anything like that. That is what it is, in the grand scheme of things, I do beer reviews. So in some ways, I'm like a nemesis, I suppose, which is not really the way I look at myself. I look at myself as a friend of the beer world, but a lot of beer reviewers, they don't see that, and that is what it is, I suppose. But it's got a date of December 2023, so I'm surprised by the short date. I would assume that's 6 months since it was bottled, or maybe less, I'm not sure. But that is only a best before. Do dates mean anything? Not really. And look at that now. To be fair, in daylight, as a thick hazy beer, that would probably look absolutely amazing. I'm not the one who knows what this beer. If I went on Untapped and it was on cask somewhere, that would tell me exactly what the beer is supposed to, technically look like. But it's tasting amazing to me, never mind the rest. Interesting to see another collab with Adventure Beer. I do wish Adventure Beer were able to go down the draft beer route, having kegs and doing a draft beer option, similar to what Smiling Grape, aka Low Cost Beer, do, because then that throws up the option. There's a bit of a pain in the arse. You've got to have keg machines for one. But like I say, not every brewery bottles or cans their beer. However, going down the draft beer route, so plastic bottles, a bit of a label, throws the door wide open to all beers that are keg beers. And that opens the door to more craft beer breweries. Obviously, the business side of it, I'm not interested in, but it certainly opens the doors. But then again, cost of buying the keg machine in the first place and going from there as an experiment. But obviously, you can borrow keg machines when breweries aren't using them for beer festivals. So, there's always an interesting way forward. And obviously on keg, it's not like cask where you've got a few days. Keg, a lot longer. It's interesting. Nonetheless, and then you can always get a bag in box and sell bag in box from, and there's a better chance of making more profit, but the breweries are still getting their beers out there. It's interesting. That's if the right people watch this video and give a shite anyway. Probably don't. So, a lovely, smooth, tropical beer with a bloody lovely ABV, a decent kick on it. Would I drink this again? Yeah, damn right I would. Have I seen it? No, not at all. I've not seen this out in the open. It might be because I've been at the wrong pubs. Some of the pubs I go to, 7.5 is probably out of their ABV range if it's been on keg. On cask, rather. If it's on keg, again, I might be at the wrong pubs. But a stunning beer. Good 4.55 out of 5. Wow. And thank you for watching. See you soon. Cheers. Lenton.